Schools are ideally safe and secure educational institutions that provide a learning environment for students to be taught by teachers. It's a place where kids learn to expand their minds, improve their physical strengths, and practice their social skills. So when unforeseen events strike, like during a mass shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, where at least 19 students and 2 adults were killed, the shock and despair ripples across the country and is felt by everyone from all walks of life. Many high-profile personalities, from politicians to celebrities, responded to the horrific incident on social media in the hours that followed. Hi, welcome to YouWannaWatch, and in this video, we're going to talk about celebrities' reactions in the Uvalde school shooting. Matthew McConaughey, who is from Uvalde originally, penned a long note about his hometown. Once again, we have tragically proven that we are failing to be responsible for the rights our freedoms grant us, he wrote, in part. The true call to action now is for every American to take a longer and deeper look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what is it that we truly value? How do we repair the problem? We cannot exhale once again, make excuses, and accept these tragic realities as the status quo. He then urged Americans to find common ground in order to put an end to mass shootings. And to those who dropped off their loved ones today not knowing it was goodbye, no words can comprehend or heal your loss, but if prayers can provide comfort, we'll keep them coming, he concluded. Steve Kerr. Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr began his press conference before Game 4 of the NBA Western Conference Finals Tuesday night by saying he wasn't going to talk about basketball. He instead focused on gun violence, citing the recent Texas shooting, the Buffalo supermarket shooting, and a church shooting in Southern California. When are we going to do something? Kerr said, banging on the table. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough. Kerr called on the Senate to pass H.R. 8, which is also called the Bipartisan Background Checks Act of 2021. It passed the House last March but has not yet been brought to the Senate floor for a vote. We are being held hostage by 50 senators in Washington who refuse to even put it to a vote, he raged. It's pathetic. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift shared a video of Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr breaking down in tears during a pre-game press conference on Tuesday. Filled with rage and grief, and so broken by the murders in Uvalde, by Buffalo, Laguna Woods, and so many others, the singer tweeted, by the ways in which we, as a nation, have become conditioned to unfathomable and unbearable heartbreak. Steve's words ring so true and cut so deep. Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore also wrote ahead of the This Is Us series finale that she had no words about the tragic shooting. Uvalde, your entire community is in our hearts, the actor expressed on her Instagram story. Susan Kelechi Watson. Moore's co-star Susan Kelechi Watson also tweeted that her heart was heavy as she read the news. Holding space in my heart for all those suffering the unimaginable, she added. Chris Evans, who plays Captain America in the Marvel series, tweeted angrily, "Effing enough," he wrote. Selena Gomez. Today in my home state of Texas, 18 innocent students were killed while simply trying to get an education, she wrote. A teacher killed doing her job, an invaluable yet sadly underappreciated job. If children aren't safe at school, where are they safe? It's so frustrating and I'm not sure what to say anymore, she continued in a second tweet. Those in power need to stop giving lip service and actually change the laws to prevent these shootings in the future. LeBron James. NBA superstar LeBron James expressed his condolences to the families who lost loved ones on Tuesday. Also expressing enough, the athlete tweeted, "There simply has to be change." Mindy Kaling. Mindy Kaling wrote on Twitter, "It happens, and then life goes on. Then it happens again. And the only thing that changes, the literal only thing, is that it happens sooner and sooner." Olivia Rodrigo. During her Tuesday concert in LA, Olivia Rodrigo said she was so heartbroken after the latest mass shooting. "We need stricter gun control laws in America," she told concert-goers. Halsey, who gave birth to her son Ender last summer, shared their ordeal on Instagram and chastised lawmakers for protecting firearms instead. "Just like many of you, as a mother I'm scared," the singer-songwriter wrote in part. "As a big sister I'm scared. As a citizen I'm angry. I can't think of anything to say besides make sure you're registered to vote. I just want all school-age children to be protected and not grow up in the epicenter of this trauma. It is so futile and revolting that lawmakers protect guns over our youth. It's despicable." America Ferrera shared a collage of all the young victims and called it unbearable. Yet so many moms, dads, brothers, sisters, and friends are having to bear it in this moment, she wrote. My broken heart is with them. Why are we living in this terror? It doesn't have to be this way. Please consider a donation to Everytown for gun safety or any other org working to end the senseless hell we're living in. Sending love to all your aching hearts today from my own. Missy Elliot wrote, we're living in some trying times. It's heavy. The rapper added, I am praying for everyone that is struggling mentally, financially, physically, that some peace be restored. So many in the world is dealing with pain and I don't have the answers, but I send you love virtually. Becky G said, enough is enough. Just last week, a targeted mass shooting at a market in Buffalo and now a school shooting in Uvalde, the singer continued. Communities should be safe in their grocery stores. Our children should be safe in class. This has to end. Thoughts and prayers aren't enough. We need change. Migos rapper Offset sent prayers for the people in Texas. Grammy winner Jon Batiste wrote, we need to make some changes now. Gabrielle Union tweeted, it's been enough. We've been at enough for centuries. Chrissy Metz also wrote on Instagram stories that her entire heart was with the Uvalde, Texas community. When is enough enough? We must take action. The Kardashian Jenner family also took to Instagram stories to share their condolences. Kylie Jenner wrote the news was devastating. Another school shooting, she added. Breaks my heart for these families. Khloe Kardashian said she couldn't comprehend today's tragedy. How is this happening? My heart is breaking, she continued. I pray, I hope, I beg, I plead. Please, lawmakers, government officials, leaders of our country, do something to protect our children. Kris Jenner wrote she was heartbroken over the innocent children killed today. It is unimaginable, horrific, inexcusable, devastating. Is this the country we want to leave to our children, our grandchildren? A country where kids can't even feel safe at school. Jenner wrote, no words can make this better. On Wednesday, Kim Kardashian penned a lengthy Twitter thread on gun control and said, semi-automatic weapons, assault weapons, weapons of war, should not be legally sold or owned by American civilians. They should be banned. Period. Kardashian continued, there is no question that mental health, racism, deep-seated hatred all play a role in the motivation for mass shootings in recent years. And at a community level, as parents, teachers, there is a lot that can be done to help teens and young adults that isn't being done. We can't accept this as normal anymore. It's not normal for a teenager to kill children. It's not normal for our kids to be practicing active shooter drills in schools, she wrote. It's not normal to be shot while shopping for groceries. I'm not numbed by it. I will never be numbed by it. 18 elementary children, a small classroom size. Imagine you walk down a hall and an entire class gone. Country singer Maren Morris wrote, I've already lost track of which shooting happened even a year ago. The victims' families haven't and never will. At this rate, this kind of violence only happens here. James Corden. Due to the deadly mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, James Corden opened the Late Late Show by saying that the show tried to have fun and be joyful, but ultimately it was a night of underlying sadness. It's unfathomable, Corden said. As a father, I can't imagine the horror of that phone call. When I dropped my kids off at school this morning and kissed them goodbye, it doesn't cross your mind that that could ever be the last goodbye. He continued to express sadness for the families of these children, the trauma of the survivors, and for the future these kids will never see. Stephen Colbert. The Late Show host Stephen Colbert said he prayed for the lives lost, but there is nothing that could ever be said that can approach the immeasurable grief of those families. While we're at it, let's pray that this time our leaders show a modicum of courage to stop this from ever happening again, he continued. But prayers won't end this. Voting might. Colbert challenged voters to think about candidates who have publicly stated that they are willing to do anything and everything in their power to protect your children from the criminally insane number of guns in America. Vice President Kamala Harris. Speaking Tuesday night at an event, Vice President Kamala Harris called for policy changes to help prevent such tragedies. I would normally say in a moment like this, we would all say, naturally, that our hearts break. But our hearts keep getting broken, Harris said. You know, I think, there are so many elected leaders in this room, you know what I'm talking about. Every time a tragedy like this happens, our hearts break, and our broken hearts are nothing compared to the broken hearts of those families. And yet it keeps happening. Barack Obama. May God bless the memory of the victims, and in the words of Scripture, heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds, former President Barack Obama tweeted. We are nearing the end of our video, but before we proceed, we would like to ask you to please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/c/YouWannaWatch2022 and follow us on our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/YouWannaWatch. Any support you provide us will help us provide you with more and better content. Okay, now back to the story. Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State and 2016 Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton tweeted, "Thoughts and prayers are not enough. After years of nothing else, we are becoming a nation of anguish screams. We simply need legislators willing to stop the scourge of gun violence in America that is murdering our children." Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton, also shared a statement on Twitter saying his heart breaks for the families who sent their children and loved ones off to school today at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, whose lives will never be the same. "The time to act is now," he added. Beto O'Rourke, Texas gubernatorial candidate Beto O'Rourke, who previously served as a U.S. representative and ran for president in 2020, tweeted, "Our broken hearts are with Uvalde." He also retweeted University Healthcare's message about donating blood to help the victims of the shooting. "Children went to school today and were killed in a mass shooting. Another American community shattered by gun violence," Senator Cory Booker tweeted. "Another round of thoughts and prayers. They're hollow words if we continue to do nothing to end the violent, unrelenting, preventable shootings in our county." Many called for more than thoughts and prayers, asking instead for action from the U.S. government. Senator Mitt Romney, "Grief overwhelms the soul. Children slaughtered, lives extinguished, parents' hearts wrenched. Incomprehensible," Senator Mitt Romney tweeted. "I offer prayer and condolence but know that it is grossly inadequate. We must find answers." What do you think about our list? Did we miss anything or anyone that you think should have been included? Let us know your thoughts by writing a comment on this video. If you're interested in our other videos, just hover over the videos and just press play. Until next time, watchers, thank you for watching our video.